Florida, one of the great vacation destinations in the entire land. Today, Camping World Stadium as a couple of teams square off for a chance to win the Pop-Tart Bowl. While this game caps off the regular season, how that season is remembered will be impacted greatly by what happens in this game. As we'll see the number 24 team in the country, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the BYU Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Kickoff team is out there ready to get this bowl game underway. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. The Cougars offense takes the field for the first time today. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box, they can take it outside, they can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
He lets one fly deep. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Wide open downfield. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big time...
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back, you get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
The Cougars have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Dropping back, it's Bachmeier. Gets it out quickly. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Grabbed behind the line, it's Martin. At the 35, he's open. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. And how about taking a big chunk out of this defense on the opening drive?
And with the speed they have on the perimeter, Reese, no doubt, they want to come out here and test this secondary, test these DBs, and they know they've got the QB with the arm talent to get the ball there. That's a great start for this offense.
He'll keep it himself. Shoots his way for more. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good second down situations.
And the Cougars come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Breaks into the open. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Cougars!
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Haynes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So Georgia Tech's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. They're going to have to contend with a group of linebackers, Jesse, who wreak havoc all over the field.
Well, they say speed kills in college football, and I think that's what makes this position group so special. It's really hard to get the ball to the perimeter because of these linebackers and their sideline-to-sideline speed. But, David, in passing situations, they can also blitz and get after your quarterback. What's this offense going to do?
Well, remember in our day, man, like you had hammers, right? They were just big physical guys. Now you've seen the positions switch. The bodies look different. They look more like safeties, and you're right. Speed, sideline to sideline, blitzing. So much versatility. Good luck.
They'll try the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
And the Yellow Jackets now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Dropping back, it's King. Pulls it in, it's Rutherford. Just keep moving this thing forward. He's out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 37-yard line.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later on.
Shotgun snap on third down. He's got an open man. Turning it on. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. And on that third and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this third down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
They'll move the wide receiver. Touch pass on the run. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Second down, he'll throw it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, no secret, this guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position, and they force the incompletion.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. A strike downfield. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
The Yellow Jackets have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Going for 6. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! Quick strike through the air from the score.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. Found his open target. Accurate throw. And 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point is good. So a drive there of 85 yards, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Got it in the middle, it's Hagan. And just a short and safe pass play, they pick up a few.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Bachmeier. Caught over the middle, it's Roberts. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
We're off to a fast start here. Offenses are humming as we're in the final minute of the 1st quarter. That's caught. It's Martin. Couldn't find any more room up the sideline, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 36.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the 1st quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, better look out! Oh, he's got some space. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Kalani Sitake got this Cougar program back in the national spotlight last season. 11 wins, and boy, did they do a great job in finishing off close games.
And boy, are they fun to watch. You talk about close games, yes, they won those, but fake punts, fake field goals, going for it on 4th down, like BYU's brand of football, Palmer, is always entertaining.
It's always entertaining. I remember a little while ago, people were wondering how they were going to fare in the Big 12, but they've proven that they can compete for a conference championship, and who knows this year, maybe take the next step to the CFP.
We've got a good one on our hands here. Let's hope we keep those good vibes going here in the 2nd. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. From the gun, running back on the move. Got enough for the 1st down. Inside the 20 and out of bounds at the 19 on the big run.
Well, on that one, they decide to attack the left outside on the ground, and you see the speed by the ball carrier there, Reese, picking up a huge chunk of yards.
And I can't imagine any reason they wouldn't just run that play again.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Why not just go back to the well one more time?
From the red zone, looking for a space. Makes the catch. He gets it in. Touchdown, BYU.
quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So it's an 80-yard drive, and the capper a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. Fielded in the end zone. It's Haynes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The give on the inside. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Gets the back moving. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, I think for that play to work, you need to have some access and cushion and coverage for the receiver to be able to do something with it after the catch. That time, the defender was just way too close, all over him, and he tackles him for no gain.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. To throw, it's King. He'll throw it. That's caught. It's Rutherford. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
And the Yellow Jackets line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball? Mixing running. He'll take a deep shot here. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. Wide receiver going in motion. Off play action on first down. And down he goes back at the 3.
Well, the offense obviously already in bad field position. The defense can smell blood in the water. Just look at the defenders pin their ears back and get after this quarterback. Wow.
The Yellow Jackets trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Give to the running back. And the defense expected the run, and they got it. No gain. He just gets it back to the 2.
Defense is totally ready in this situation, too, because of the field position with the offense backed up. They know they're going to try and run the ball, buy themselves some real estate, but they ain't having it. Lots of bodies in the box, close to the line of scrimmage, and they generate a TFL.
Takes the handoff. It's Haynes. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, I know he was struggling to get going early in this game. That right there, though, was easily his best run so far. And this is one of the more talented running backs you're going to see in the entire nation. They need more runs like that to get this offense going if they're going to win this game.
And the Yellow Jackets decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Quarterback on the keeper. He has the first and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Gets rid of it. Got him downfield.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple first downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
BYU coming to the line with 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Bachmeier. It's complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll run play action. Finds his big tight end. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
It's a draw. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. Fires to the end zone. And he's going to score. Touchdown, BYU!
This offense right now, they're doing some damage through the air. That's now their 2nd passing touchdown. They thought coming into this game they were going to have some matchups on the perimeter of the field that they could take advantage of, and they've done that so far here today.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They made sure that good field position paid off, going 45 yards. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend.
Lost one deep down the right side. He's got it inside the 30. He just brought some serious energy, making that Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. Wants to throw. It's King. Makes the grab. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. They are really clicking along, 1st and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. He wants to throw it. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Georgia Tech!
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They go to the ground. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
Timeout, BYU.
2nd down coming up. Looking for a man. It's Bachmeier. Catch in the middle. It's Roberts. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Quick timeout called by the offense after the play. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
And that's a really good decision by the quarterback. Don't take the sack, throw the ball away. Now listen, we can debate whether that was intentional grounding or not because he's still in the pocket. I'm not sure that that's not classified as grounding, but they didn't call it. So you know what? Nice throwaway, QB.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Bringing the heat. Trying to make magic with his feet. And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, 2 quarters down in the Pop-Tart Bowl. A couple of teams who've battled their way here into bowl season looking to bring home some hardware. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the conclusion of the Pop-Tart Bowl.
BYU will try to boot it deep to start the 2nd half. The returner will field it and bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Can't get him to the ground. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
To the air, it's King. Finds his back in the middle. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
The Yellow Jackets with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. He'll do it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge...
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. He's got it along the sideline. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
Defense is a lot about communication. Multiple wide receivers on the same side. I got to understand if this guy's going in, this guy's coming out. Not a good job by the defense with communication there.
Back to throw, it's King. Fires to the big fella. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery.
The more hats you have near the football, the more likely you are to cause a fumble. So many guys with their hands wrapped around guys, the ball's bound to pop out occasionally, and you got to be in the right place at the right time.
The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Motion from the wide receiver. Finds a little space. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He'll pull it on the read. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I think a lot of quarterbacks like those defenses that will be passive and let it slowly develop. Nah, this defense, you could tell, they were aggressive and attacking, and it really paid off.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. It's Hagan. He's there to make... To the air, it's Bachmeier. The screen, and watch out. He stopped short of the 40, right at the 39, and it's 4th down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Hunt is on its way. He'll take it on the return. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on." Get on the ball, David.
No, that's not what he said. He said, you're doing a great job. Just keep your head up. Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Grab near the marker. It's Rivers. Turns it on in midfield. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
There he goes. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play.
Motion from the wideout. The give. Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Looking downfield, it's King. Here's the pressure. Flushed out of the pocket. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds.
This defense so far, they've understood the mission. The mission is to get this fast, speedy quarterback on the ground. And they've got to him early, they've got to him often, and most importantly, they continue to get him on the ground. They can create these negative plays for this offense that creates a big hole for them.
Going for it all. To the end zone, and it's picked off. That's the end of the quarter, and BYU is on top. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So first down, we'll open up the final period. The option look. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Fires to the big fella. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
BYU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. The rambling wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. He's got the tight end. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll leave it with him. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Gets it out fast. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Sometimes your tight end's a safety valve, and sometimes he's your go-to receiver.
And the offense knew right away it was the primary target. It was where he was going with the football, because you know you get a little bit of suck up from those linebackers with the play action, and you feed the big fella.
Looking to throw, it's King. Finds his big tight end. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing now.
Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position. And here they are on 1st and 10. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. The Yellow Jackets have moved it inside the 20. Off play action. Quickly complete. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Oh, that just really nice catch by the big tight end. Vomer's mitts up there catching the football.
And the Yellow Jackets come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Motion from the back. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting. Had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. That touchdown drive covered 61 yards. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the 4th quarter. Here he comes with the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Back to pass, it's Bachmeier. Fires to the wideout. He makes the catch. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Use the play fake, now to throw. Grabbed over the middle, it's Hagan. Nice gain on that play. way, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
The Cougars can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He'll keep it himself. Breaks into the open. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the first down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Finds the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. A field goal attempt from this spot would be 52 yards out. A few yards on third down would make it easier. Looking to throw, it's Bachmeier. Unleashes one deep. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone.
Well, this defense is still playing so hard here late in the game in the fourth quarter. Offense taking a shot into the end zone. Defender in incredible position, and he's able to knock that one away incomplete.
So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Never a doubt. They take the lead, just over a minute to go, and now, guys, the challenge, try to stay on top.
Big-time kick late in the fourth quarter to take the lead. Now, not much time left. Defense has to be ready on the sideline, ready for the 2-minute drill, knowing exactly what you're doing to get one more stop.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Quarterback on the keeper. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. Second down, they'll go to the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Rutherford. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And that is perfect job by this defense. Like, you can give up those little small gains all the way down the field. The clock is your friend. You don't want to give up big plays. Don't want to give up those first downs and just make that clock run.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Here comes the heat. That's reeled in. It's Rutherford. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. He stopped short, and they'll turn it over. What a huge stand by this defense. And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee.